reiterating that Indian imports are based on market factors and its national interest. The MEA once again has now called the additional tariffs as completely unfortunate. Let's put out, especially when it comes to some of the excerpts from the statement. This is a strongly worded statement that has been issued by the MEA just some time after the US imposed additional tariffs of 25%, an executive order that was signed by Donald Trump. The statement by the MEA, which is the Ministry of External Affairs, goes on to say that the United States has in recent days targeted India's oil imports from Russia. We've already made it clear our position on these issues, including the fact that our imports are based on market factors and are done with the overall objective of ensuring that energy security of 1.4 billion people of India, that means keeping national interests above all. It is therefore extremely unfortunate that the US should choose to impose additional tariffs of India for actions that are several other countries are also taking in their own national interests. So why is India being singled out? Why is India being targeted? We reiterate, as far as when it comes to India's statement is concerned, that these actions are unfair, they are unjustified, and they are unreasonable. And also, India has now made it clear that India will take all actions necessary to protect its national interests. Well, this has been as far as one of the strongly worded statements that have now come in from the Ministry of External Affairs. Let's get in a word from Srinjoy as well, who's connected with us. Srinjoy, there is some time as far as, when it comes to the first 25%, tariffs that comes into effect from the 7th of August, the additional tariffs that have also now will be kicking off in some time as far as by the 27th of August. And that gives India the window. But that is also coming at a time when there would be negotiators who would be traveling, that would be pushing for a trade deal with India.
First of all, Donald Trump often uses these statements and these orders like a negotiating tool. He has always been a very transactional president. About that, there is no doubt. But India will make several points during the negotiations. First, America itself had said that when India buys Russian crude, refines it and sells it to America, America treats it like Indian petroleum. Secondly, when India buys Russian crude, the world crude prices per barrel remain lower. Now then, if that is what America has said, why this additional penalty? Secondly, the point India will make is that because of the two wars, one between Russia and Ukraine and the other in the Middle East, prices of three things, fuel, fertilizers and food, have shot up. And this is difficult for South countries, not just India. And India, with 1.4 billion people, has to ensure that its energy needs are looked after. And there is no choice but to go to Russia for oil that is comparatively cheaper. So that's really the point. If the war ends, then the prices of petroleum come down and India can buy more easily, breathe more easily, and buy from the open market. Now, what India is doing just now is buying from the open market. Wherever the prices are reasonable, India goes there. And India is a growing country. India is a country that still needs petroleum and also coal. And India's per capita income is still about $3,000.
So as far as the purchases are concerned, these are the market factors that actually guide, not when it comes to political influences or pressures that it seems that the bullish tactics are now being taken up by the United States of America. We'll just come back to you on that as